What's going on, guys? And we've got a story from NBC News. Houston police officers hit and killed pedestrian on the sidewalk during vehicle pursuit. We are not going to treat this case any different because it involves officers. It involves a human being who lost his life, said an assistant district attorney. A Houston police vehicle struck and killed a bystander on the sidewalk after it joined a vehicle pursuit of car theft suspects over the weekend, officials said. Houston Police Executive Assistant Chief Larry Satterwhite said Saturday at a news conference that the pedestrian's death earlier in the day was an absolute tragedy. The Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences has identified the pedestrian Monday as Michael Jackson. His primary cause of death was multiple blunt force injuries. His manner of death was listed as a motor vehicle accident. A spokeswoman for the office said he was 62 years old. The officers, whose names have not been released, are about 25 years old and have been on the force for less than 2 years, Satterwhite said. They have been placed on administrative leave, he has also stated. Assistant District Attorney Sean Tier told reporters, "This is a tragic night. These officers were responding to a violent felony," Tier said. "That is something we are going to take into account. We are not going to treat this case any different because it involves officers. It involves a human being who has lost their life. So we are going to be looking at it through that lens." He said that once investigations are complete, the case will be presented to a county grand jury to determine whether any charges are merited. When officers spotted the truck, it did not stop and the pursuit began at about 5:39 p.m, Satterwhite said. One of the responding patrol vehicles lost control and went onto the sidewalk, striking the pedestrian, he said. Due caution is always the requirement in how we drive, how we conduct our business on the streets, Satterwhite stated. And when he was asked about department protocol for vehicle pursuits, he said, "But bear in mind, these were aggravated robbery suspects." Now, that's where I kind of have an issue with this, is where he says that due caution is always a requirement in how you drive, and then goes on to try and say, but remember, guys, this was an aggravated robbery suspect. They stole a vehicle, but it doesn't change the fact that someone lost their lives. Someone lost their life because of this. And I don't know, it just seems wrong when you try and make it any better than it is when it really isn't. I don't know what's gonna happen with this. Obviously, as stated, there's gonna be a grand jury trial, so we will see what the grand jury there's gonna be a grand jury convened to see whether charges should be merited. Let me know what you guys think down below about this one. What are your opinions on it? I think it's obviously very tragic that a pedestrian was killed, but I honestly don't know what charges would be brought against the officers. I think there should be some repercussions, but it's one of them where it's a very hard one to judge, right? And I'm glad I'm not in the position of judging it, but it's just horrible because it involves the loss of life, right? And there has to be some consequences for that. There has to be some sort of learning from it and some sort of betterment to ensure that it doesn't happen again. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Like, comment, subscribe as always.